So, my name is Dutch, and I'm doing my AT talk on Connexion Health. Basically, an overview. So, this company has developed technology that can provide like orthopedic health screenings in less than 8 minutes with the use of artificial intelligence. And right now, it'll assess a person's like full body movement and then provide like remediation programs in real time. So, like kind of like exercises and stretches that you can do to prevent like future injuries down the road. And right now, the target markets are sports performance, employers, retailers, and healthcare. So the mission is to reduce time away from work, and according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 31% of health-related injuries or health-related absences are due to musculoskeletal injuries. So insurers are working right now with Connexion to create plans for large employers that have a lot of workers. So in turn, this will lower workers' compensation costs and provide a proactive injury prevention outcome for patients who are healthy. So how it works, the operating system for Connexion is Connexion OS, and basically it uses lasers, multiple cameras, infrared lights, and microphones to provide precise analytics. And right now, the app that they have for Connexion right now is Fusionetics Plus, and that's what's used to assess movement efficiencies through certain exercises that are instructed in the kiosk. And it will provide training programs to improve performance, enhance recovery, and reduce the risk of injury. So as you can see here, this is Fusionetics Plus. It gives you like an overall score at the top, and that's like a 59.57. And it has like 3 categories. So you have poor, you have moderate, and then you have good. And it ranges from like 0 to 49.99, 50 to 75, and then 75 to 100. And as you can see, it has like certain exercises, and it shows the poorest one. So for this particular patient, they performed pretty poor in the 2-legged squat. But with the 2-legged squat with the heel lift, which is kind of adjusted to make it easier, they did really good. And then for the 1-legged squat, they did pretty moderate. And then it shows like overall like your body in like anatomical position, and it shows like all the joints and like specific ratings for each joint in your body. So right here is the training program that it gives you after it's assessed all your body movements. So it's divided up into like certain categories like restore, stretching, activate, and moving. So for restore, it has so you're going to use a foam roller for your IT band and your adductors. And then for static stretching, it recommends stretches for your calves, your biceps femoris, and the adductor. And then for activate, it suggests that you use the foam roller again. And for the right side, it has actually tempo, so it has sets, duration, and tempo for you to use. And then for like more dynamic exercises, it has movement. So for this particular patient, they're suggested to do a single leg Romanian deadlift. And right now, the only professional sports team that is using Connexion Health is the Sacramento Kings. And the quote from the head athletic trainer, Manny Romero, was that utilizing the latest advancements in sports science, we're providing our athletes with the necessary information to keep their competitive edge and maximize their performance potential. And the Kings have stated that they're most interested in examining posture, lateral balance, and movements for injury prevention. And I think this is really beneficial, especially for the NBA, because over the course of an 82-game season, injuries are bound to happen. So while you have your athletic trainers working on guys who are already injured, other athletes that are in the facilities can take ownership in their own health and do the screening themselves and then do the suggested exercises to prevent injuries down the road. And for future developments, right now, Connexion Health is working with Synaptech, and they're going to develop an application called NeuroFit. And it's going to be used to assess and analyze and provide improved sensory perception through the use of personalized games that are responsive with artificial intelligence. And it is linked, increased, better sports performance is linked to improved sensory perception. So people who are processing stimulus information and tending to relevant cues more efficiently, visually searching the environment more efficiently, and then selectively fixating on areas relevant for successful performance. And people who have increased sensory perception are more likely to reach to their zone. And when athletes are reaching their zone, basically their cognition is sped up to the point where they're acting instinctively. So they're not overthinking things. So that's when they're going to be performing at their best. And although I could not find the price of Connexion Health, I'm pretty sure it's super expensive. But when it comes to like other settings, like I feel like this can be used for like higher Division I like programs. But when it comes to high schools, this is obviously too expensive. But when it comes to like the pre-participation exams, let's say for example, Andrews Institute, they do a mass screening for like all the high schools in the area. Maybe they can like incorporate some of this technology into their orthopedic assessment of athletes locally. So yeah, I think it's really cool technology, and that's my case study.